Okay, we are jumping on talking about the fast finisher system. Instagram is just telling me that they're letting you all know that we are ready to roll, so I'll just wait a minute. Awesome, we've got some friends on here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for being here today. I am very excited to chat with you all about my fast finisher system. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a ketchup, mustard, mayo, and pickle cute system that you can use in your classroom. Thanks for saying hi in the comments. Hello, I'm glad you're here. So we're gonna be chatting all about these today. So at the end of this live, I'm going to choose someone to get the fast finisher system. I have a bulletin board system and Google Slides. You'll get both, but even if you don't win the giveaway, stick around until the end because I am going to have a discount code that you can use as well. We're gonna keep this short and sweet, maybe about 20 minutes tops, and that's about how long it took last time. And then just like last time, I'm going to take some screenshots, enter you guys into a rafflecopter, and then we will choose a winner. So best of luck to everybody. Hi, thanks for saying hi in the comments. Let's get started. So again, most of the questions I have in my DMs and in the little question and answer box that I did are just tell us how to use it from start to finish. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll jump back, answer all the questions at the end. I love it too. So if you have any questions, feel free to just put those in the comments. I promise I will do my best to get to them in a timely manner. Hi Heidi. Heidi and I are friends in real life. But just please be patient with me as I circle back and just try to answer your questions the best I can. So the reason why I love this fast finisher system is because it allows my students who like to take their time on assignments to get that time. Like I have some kids who just love to color everything perfectly and oh, thanks. And they just like to have things perfect, and to them, that's the most important part of completing an assignment. My middle of the road students are motivated to stay on task because they get a fun thing to do at the end, and my children who understand really well are challenged a little bit more. They don't get bored. This eliminates so many behavior problems because all of your kids know what's expected of them. The graphics are so cute, aren't they? So I'm just gonna read why teachers are loving this system. This has over 300 5-star reviews on TPT from teachers who are just like Yeehaw in kindergarten, who said, "Oh my word, this has been a life changer in my classroom. Not only does it make my teacher life easier, but my kids love it. They always remind me to make sure to do the must do and the may do before we go into independent work or small groups. Thank you for creating a fun and engaging way to keep my kids on task. This is amazing." So I'm just going to echo that because the reason why I know I needed to have something like this in my classroom was because when I was student teaching and my professors would come in, thank you, I hope you're having a great day too. The one thing that I always got marked down on my observations was I did not tell kids what to do at the end of independent work. And she's like, you need to tell them what to do when they are done, otherwise you're going to get behavior problems. So this makes it so easy, and just like that review said, your kids are going to love it so much, they're going to be excited to do this. And Cindy said, this has got to be my most favorite classroom management strategy. My kids love it. Everyone who comes into my classroom comments on it. I love the puns. It's cute, it's clever, it works. So let's dive right in to talking about exactly what it is. So first, if you're not familiar yet, a fast finisher activity are for students who usually complete the given tasks before their classmates, so they're fast finishers. It's important to keep these students engaged in work that allows them to obtain a deeper understanding of the material that you're working on, and like I said, it eliminates problems because you don't have a group of kids who's bored out of their minds and they're gonna go cause trouble. When work time begins, I post these cute condiments on my board. The colors look a little weird right now because I got a filter on. And I've got lots of videos on how I use these on my page, but we're going to deep dive into every single one of these on this live today. So let's start with must do. That's the first thing that I do every single time. So mustard, must do. That would just be the assignment you have for independent work that day. So let's say I have this worksheet for my kids, and we've done the instructions, they know what to do, we're launching the independent time. I put this up on my board with a little number 1 next to it, and then I put the worksheet and the directions too. So they know they must do this before moving on to the other condiments. They can't move on until that step's completed, it's got their name on it, it's in our turn-in bin. So next we've got ketchup, because it sounds like ketchup. So every time we have work in my classroom, if the kids don't finish it, we have a ketchup folder. This is included in the product as well. I usually use just a red folder. I'm out of them now. They're somewhere in a storage unit. Put this on the front, put their name on it, and if they don't finish something, hi, I'm glad you're here. If they don't finish something, then it goes in here. Or if they turn it in and I'm like, you need to finish this, then you can put this little catch-up reminder stapled to the assignment. You're joining the giveaway just by watching. It's super easy. So the next thing we've got a pickle and a mayo jar. I use these interchangeably. But really quick, I forgot a question. So how do you keep kids accountable when they have loads of unfinished work? So in my classroom, as in most classrooms, the work is differentiated based on skill level. Every time we do independent work, the kids get time to catch up on their assignments because they finished what they need to do for the day. So this is also teaching them how to prioritize, and it's great. Quicks, where do you keep your ketchup folders? Just in the kids' desks, and I'll deep dive into that just a little bit too. So every time they get independent work, they get time to work on their other things. So if their work wasn't done, it truly means they were not using their time wisely. So the natural consequence is to send it home for homework or to finish it like during a fun time. And what a mantra that I say in my class is, if you do not work when it's time to work, you don't get to play when it's time to play. And that's just part of being at school and the expectation there. So on Monday, we start a new week, and then Friday they should have, they usually have a few little pages here and there that they didn't quite finish yet. If it's just something small, I let them hurry and finish it, but if they've got a lot of work in there, I have them all put their, thank you, I'm glad you love it. I have them all put their folders on their desk while they're doing like silent reading time or morning work, and I will go through and pull out all of the little unfinished work in there. I'll staple it. You can put one of these on it so that families know it needs to be done and brought back to school. Can you record your whole lesson for your day? So I'm actually not in the classroom anymore. I'm just doing things like this now. I'm creating curriculum. I'm thinking about going into classrooms in the area though and doing presentations and things, but that gets tricky with FERPA. But I've got lots and lots of videos on my page that you can see me walk through this. There's a KNP highlight bubble that stands for ketchup, mustard, mayo, pickle. And you can see me walk through it when I was in the classroom. Okay, let's move on to the pickle. So this is for pick one. So I have a special basket in my room that's filled with file folders, and my fourth graders, my first year teaching, named it the pickle basket. So in each of these folders, there's a fun extension activities. They're usually freebies that I find on TPT. So let's say we're learning about angles. I'll get onto TPT and I'll type angles, and then I'll click on freebie, and I will just print all those freebies. You can find anything. You could do have them practicing their math facts. I printed out those sheets that have 100 math facts, and I put them in there, and the kids loved just going through those. You could give them dry erase markers. You can put them in those page protectors, and then they just practice the math facts. You could also do coloring pages. My kids loved color by number last year. We had a lot of those in the ketchup or the pickle basket, and you could put little sand timers in there, just make it fun, that they're yes, I finished my work, but they're still learning. They're just doing something really fun. So then Okay, Miss Magic Math says, my students and I love this resource. They get so excited to check what is in the pickle basket each day. I feel that these motivate them to get their unfinished work and other tasks done. I still make sure they do not rush just to get to the pickle basket, LOL. Plus, the characters are so cute. We're gonna talk about not rushing, let's see, right now. So, how do you make sure your kids aren't just rushing through to get to the fun stuff? That is where this freebie comes in, because I was having that problem. So, we got condiments, so I said, is your work well done? And we've got a picture of a hamburger on it. How often do I change the pickle basket activities? Usually every unit. So like if we're working on multiplication, then I'll have multiplication extensions in there. And then when we switch to division, then I'll switch it for division activities. Or sometimes if I felt like my kids needed a little bit more practice with the multiplication, I would leave it in there. Or if we need to revisit addition, then I would put addition activities in there. So really it's supposed to be an extension of what your kids are working on. So I hope that answered your question just as often as I needed to. It wasn't something that you need to do every day if you put enough things in there, but some of your kids are going to be flying through stuff, so that is a factor too. Okay, back to the freebie. You can get this by going to the link in my bio. It's editable, so if the expectations I have on here is names on your paper, you used your best handwriting, colored inside the lines with no white spots, because that was one thing that my kids were doing was this thing, and I don't do that in 3rd grade. So they followed directions, every question is answered, and they showed their work, which they weren't a fan of, but I just know how important that is because I did not like it, but it saved me when I got older. So you can get a copy of this. There's a cute colored version too. You can make your own rules. You can get that for free in my bio. Okay, how do you manage and track the work that kids do in the pickle basket? I don't. The pickle basket is meant to be fun. So the worksheets in there are extra practice. I am not grading anything in the pickle basket. If kids don't get to it, they don't get to it. And that just takes the pressure off my kids who are like, want to have that extra time, but they need it, and I don't want them to be rushed. So let's go to the Mayo jar. So this is Mayo activities. And that includes like silent reading, coloring, or an educational computer game. And I switch these two out. Like I said earlier, I usually do not use all 4 condiments at the same time. Sometimes I do, but I switch out the Mayo jar and the pickle jar. So pick one is used when I want them to have a choice in what they do when they're done. And Mayo is when I want them to just work on one thing. Like if we're silent reading after a test, and silent reading is the only choice that they have, then we'll use this guy. Or if we're working on a big project, then I'll say I need you to like do this and not focus so much on the fun thing. And then what grade levels is this product best for? 1st to 4th. So on TPT, I can see what grade levels this is being used in. Mostly 2nd and 3rd are using this. But 1st graders are picking it up because these are just so adorable that they get it so fast. When I was teaching, anybody who walked in my room and if they saw a KMP time going on, my kids could all explain exactly what we were doing. Like, oh, I'm doing my must-do activity. I have to do this first, and then I've got to finish all my work, and then I can do the fun thing. And sometimes the kids weren't too worried about what was in the pickle basket because some of them caught on, oh, this is just more work. And so, but it worked really well and it was super cute. Okay, when do you use this? All the time. So Tess does this too. She left a review. This is a huge part of my classroom management. I use it in every subject and area. My students constantly know what they are supposed to do next, and it helps to teach to put first things first. But you don't have to use it all the time. Anytime that I passed out an independent work assignment, we did this. Tamara has a different option though. She left a review as well. She said, my students cannot wait for ketchup, mustard, mayo, and pickle time on Fridays. This helps them to know what is required for earning fun Friday activities later in the day. So use it to your classroom. That's why I love creating resources, is because it's never one size fits all. I love seeing how you use the products in your own classroom, and when I'm creating them, I'm trying to think, what are the different ways that people could use them. So the benefits of using this, so Megan says, this has completely changed my work time. My babes know exactly what they can and can't do during work time. And it has really made a difference in the way our classroom runs. It's so easy for them to follow and understand expectations and assignments. Okay, do you change them after every independent activity? Change like the pickle basket activities, is that what you're asking? So like I think what you might be asking, comment again if I'm wrong, is like if we do independent reading time, then we're focusing on reading activities. If we're doing independent math time, we're working on math activities. So I usually will try to have like math, reading, science, social studies activities in the pickle basket. My kids can choose any of them because again, it's just extra practice, but you could say, hey, we're doing math right now, only do the math pickle baskets. What they are allowed to do. So allowed to do is just like if you need to get your work done, like you have something you need to finish, then you need to be finishing that before we play computer games. Kelsey says, I love that my students know exactly what we should be doing and what they can do when they're finished. It has cut back a lot on the what do I do now comments or questions. It also looks really cute on my board. So now I'm going to go back and read any more comments. If you thought of anything that I missed, just let me know. I think I got them all. If you thought of anything while I was talking and you're like, comment now, or if you finish this live later and you're like, oh, I should have asked that, then please send me a DM. Okay, I'm going to screenshot. Thank you so much for making it to the end. Just give me 1 second. Oh, my fiance's on. Hi, Jace. I will do a raffle copter later today or just right after I jump off. And then I will let you know who won the giveaway. But if you're watching this video, then you can go to shopadventures.com. That's Adventures with an E, just like my profile is in education. And you can use the code IGFriend20. So IG like Instagram friend 20 and get 20% off anything in my store. And that could be this fast finisher system. It could be bundles. It could be classroom management activities. Anything on there, your entire order will be 20% off. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me today. I'm so excited that I get to chat with all of you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.